Hi guys, I love it here so much that I feel like I'm gonna need to charge admission because it feels like a country club a little bit.
Where's that? There's a bug. He's dead. He's dead.
We're gonna walk over to the pond right now.
We're gonna play this again.
Huh?
I'm gonna play Preston first.
This is where our blackberries grow. Okay, technically they're not ours, but this is where they grow and this is where we pick them. Predictably, I can always find a Holmes boy here fishing. Any bites? Not with a bunch of loud people around, huh? You're like, shut up, lady. Now let's grab the fishing pole. You wanna try? Come on, put your stick down. Good idea. Good. You know that mommy's a world-class rock thrower? I'll show you how to skip some rocks. Humble. What is there to be humble about? We got all She did. 2 skips out of it? Wow, that was good. That was another 2, but that was the long distance between them. He got his first fish? Whoop. Don't let him hop out. Yeah, cool. Oh, pretty. Pretty. Uh-oh, don't get splashed in the face. Do you know how to get home? That's a train. Right through there. And now I get to be at the cutest store in town, the Ivory Elephant. Look how adorable it is in here. And it's really horrible because I have my niece and the kids in the car, and I always want to spend a lot of time here, and I always want to get a lot of stuff here. It's not in bad shape though, and it actually goes with my color scheme because I have a lot of blue in there and stuff. It's the best stuff in here, always. It's actually getting better, you know it? Oh my goodness. Who knew there'd be good shopping in our town? I haven't given up the town's name yet, but eventually I'm going to. I got cool stuff. Got some furniture, and now I gotta feed this crew. I want you too. I made you. Hey. I love this little restaurant. I come here all the time. There's 2 in town, and they're both really good. And this is the place you definitely have to go if you want really good sandwiches, really good soup, really good breakfast, stuff like that. And always, you have to get a maple bar because they're really good. They're really, really good. I thought they were made here. That must be why they're so good. Yum. I know that I have to prove to you guys I'm eating healthy. I don't know that this is on the keto diet exactly, but this is what I got. Yummy. So the food from here is actually really good, and I have a theory about this. So this is a small town, but this is the end of town that's really close to the highway, and they get a ton of traffic through here. And I think that the men driving through here, they're mainly men driving through here with log trucks and you know, big rigs, know about this place because again, it's right off the highway. And so the food is always really fresh and it's always really yummy, and it's yum yum good. The countryside is so incredible that, you know, after having lived away and coming back, it's absolutely invigorating to me to drive through, you know, all this beautiful, unobstructed, unfettered land. It's gorgeous. Look at the mountains.
That's why I like taking country roads.
Yeah, me too. It's beautiful.
Even though at night they're terrifying as all heck.
All heck.
All heck.
But cussing. So
This is a PG channel.
that's right. Would you say that you appreciate the way it looks now that you have lived in another state? Do you
Yeah.
appreciate it more now?
Definitely. When I was in Texas, I missed trees very, very much.
Right. Totally get it.
And on the plane back, when I first saw trees, I got overly excited. And I feel like that kind of shows that I'm a true Oregonian.
You are, and you have webbed feet, which is a requirement. A lot of the little towns north of ours that were not originally thought of as being as nice, you know, they got more money coming into them, and they became very sort of something that they weren't originally. And they're beautiful. They're nice towns. I love going there. I really enjoy them. But the good parts of the town I grew up in and the town, you know, where my grandparents and my great-grandparents are from, it's just so underrated. People just don't know how amazing it is out there. So that's all I'm saying.
I feel like I've spent enough time there to know that there are cool, amazing things there, but I don't think that I have the same appreciation of it as you do.
Right.
Since you grew up there and lived there.
Well, you know, here's something though. Like, so I grew up there, and I remember thinking there were a lot of really amazing women from my town. Women who have gone on to do really cool, innovative things. Very free thinkers, very strong women. And I remember when I was going to school, I only went to school for like a year or two in the town where my grandparents' home is, the one that we stay in. But I remember thinking how cool, there was like little clans out there. And I never really fit into any of them entirely, but I would have loved to. But I've never fit into any groups of people like that before, ever.
Same.
You know that farmer song? The farmer takes a wife, the farmer takes a wife. At the end of the song, the cheese stands alone, the cheese stands alone. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm the cheese, man. I'm the big cheese. And I don't mean just cheesy either. I mean that I tend to stand alone, and it's not because I want to. I really like people. It's just that it's hard to fit into entire clans of people, because if you start to do things and have behaviors that are outside of what that clan is, then you don't really fit into them anymore. So
That's why I'm friends with a bunch of outcasts. We just make our own clan of like.
But even outcasts eventually narrow down their scope of what makes them friends, or the commonality, and they can start to push you out as your interests change and things too.
Yeah, that's definitely happened before.
And one of the things that I do feel like is inclusive in my town is the innovative women there. And I think it's unparalleled. I really do. I think it's unparalleled. I don't think it's difficult to go into a town where the money is coming easily. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's difficult. In my town, there are women who have, you know, helped bring in new business or helped the beautification of the downtown area. And our mayor is a woman, and she's actually really hot too. And many times you'll see her sweeping the sidewalk. She's very hands-on.
Really?
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. Or watering plants downtown. The community is amazing and completely underrated. And it's interesting because it has become sort of a bit of a bedroom community as people have moved there, because the property values tend to be a little bit less than in some of the other towns, you know, the north of us. And I think that when people move to the community, it takes them a little while to actually figure out what is so awesome about it. It takes a little bit of time. So, you know, anytime you move somewhere, it takes a couple years to start becoming part of the amazing things that are happening locally. Kind of live outside of that for a little while. Like you're going to travel 45 minutes to be with the friends you know, rather than staying in that town and getting to know new people and getting to know new things. It knows its identity. My town knows what it is. We are a logging community. My father was a logger. My great-grandfather was a logger. There's a lot of logging families out there. And it's part of the identity of the place, and they embrace that. And they don't try to say, like, we only produce wine or we only do this. Although my town also has a lot of artisans there. You know, I don't understand why people think that there's just a bunch of Hicks living out where we live. We're not Hicks.
Because it's not a big city.
It's not just because of that. It's also because we embrace our older people. We embrace our people who don't have teeth. We embrace people who are whatever. We like our neighbors. And we don't have pretense. I don't understand why like all the wineries are such a big deal. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, I drink wine. Deborah, you're an alcoholic. Nobody gives a shit. Okay? Just because you drink wine and the guy down the road drinks booze. What? Just saying. Okay, so this girl is moving out of the dorm today and she's coming to stay with me. What? And I'm excited about that. Because I love her. She's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. Maybe she'll do some babysitting with me and probably get an entire arm sleeve of tattoos with the money. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't pay her.
I don't know. I kind of would rather spend on gas and food because I don't have money for that.
I love hearing this. This thing is cracking me up. Look, it's got hay on it. We're not from the country, folks. There's nothing to see here. We just have a hand truck from 1942 that's covered in hay. Okay, you ready to go move out?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Good job. You guys ready to go to college?
No. No.
Same kid.
You ready to go right into the dorm room?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What are you guys gonna be when you grow up? Whoa! Good job.